What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on The Flash Season 4. Now, if you're into The Flash, this is a channel to subscribe to because I know The Flash is over after next week's episode, the finale called We Are The Flash. But this channel is going to be covering all the news and theories related to Season 5, so the videos are still going to be consistent. So we're going to go over some interesting comments from Gustin. So he actually had some very interesting words to say. But before we get into that, let's go over Todd Helvins' word. He says, "You'll get the answers to the questions as to who she is," Helvins said previously in an interview. "There's an actual extra little bonus where something happens where you realise exactly how she'll play a part in the future," which is interesting. So obviously he's talking about Mystery Girl. And then it says, "And at the same time, the finale is expected to introduce some sort of new villain for the recently announced Season 5, and it sounds like he could be well known." So Todd Helvins says that he's well known, but we'll get into that. And then Gustin says this, and it's directly correlated to what Helvins said. "When I say confusing, it's more like in a Flash world, you just get desperately want to know. What does this mean?" Interesting. The first one gets you really excited about what's to come. So obviously he's basically confirming that it is Mystery Girl, that it is Dawn Allen. Then the second one would probably make your stomach hurt and want the next season immediately. Well, if you're like me, you want Season 5 straight away after the previous season's finished. So the first one, Grant's talking about Mystery Girl, aka Jitters Girl. Now, as much as I don't want it to be Dawn Allen, it probably is going to be her, because if we get Dawn Allen, we can get Bart Allen, and we can get more members of the Flash family. And the fact that Helvins says you can see exactly where the storyline's going does kind of indicate that it most likely, sadly, will be Dawn Allen, which if it is, it's not going to be the end of the world. But the second bit is more interesting, because Helvins said this: most people that are familiar with the comics will probably be able to work out who the big bad is for Season 5. And this channel broke this information before anyone else. The tease for next season will actually be, has a lightning bolt dagger good or bad? Now let's pull that back to Grant Gustin saying the second one is probably going to make your stomach hurt and want the next season immediately. So lightning bolt, good or bad? Now either Grant Gustin's been told to say this, or it actually is something crazy. So like I said before, like we broke the story before any other channel did here on YouTube, I said it'd be Cicada or Cicada, depends on where you're from. I say Cicada, some people say Cicada, aka David Hirsch, due to the lightning bolt dagger. But the kind of bit where Grant says your stomach will hurt and you'll want the next season straight away, is Cicada really a character that's going to make you say that? So what I hope they do is, I hope they've changed the origin story of Cicada, whatever you want to call him. I hope they've merged his story with Cobalt Blue, which the Flash fans have wanted Cobalt Blue for such a long time. Now I know everyone says Eddie Thawne, but if we do get Cobalt Blue, that will be something that comic book fans will love and something that general Flash fans want. Because, to be honest, Cicada isn't really that much of a big DC kind of villain. So the fact that he says comic book fans will know exactly who it is, I don't really think they know. They will. So basically, he's a villain who worships the Flash. He enters the Flash's life as a mystery cult leader whose followers were dedicated to the murder of every one of the Flash life who he saved. Using the lightning bolt-shaped dagger, he teams up with the Flash's ex, manages to kidnap the Flash, and Cicada reveals to Wally that his wife was murdered and was struck by lightning. Cicada saw a vision that it was his destiny to live on together with his wife by taking the energy left over from all the other people that Flash had saved, and Cicada successfully bringing his wife back from the dead. I mean, realistically, guys, if you know the demographic that the CW network caters for and the audience, they cater for mainly teenagers, like, I don't know, 13 to 20. I can't really see them having this death storyline as part of a backstory for a Flash show. So what I'm hoping happens is they actually mix David Hirsch's character, Cicada, with Malcolm Thorne, aka Cobalt Blue, and obviously you use the kind of lightning bolt dagger instead of the blue flame storyline that we get from like Barry Allen's twin brother who was stolen away from them at birth, raised by the Thorns, an abusive family of crooks. So obviously the backstory is one stormy night, two couples burst in, one being the Allens, one being the Thorns. Nora Allen was carrying twins, and then what happened is the Thorns baby was stillborn, so essentially Barry Allen's essentially twin brother was given to the Thorns and then raised by the Thorns, and that's pretty much the storyline. Now, it would be quite interesting, but the only flaw with this is that Barry Allen's parents aren't really alive. So to bring a character that his twin brother in this late would be a bit strange. But obviously Malcolm later learned that Barry was from a loving family, and obviously seeked vengeance on his ass. So it is a pretty interesting storyline, and it would be cool because the CW has this vendetta against speedsters, but Cobalt Blue with the mystery blue flame has the capacity, the capability, I guess you could say, to steal Barry Allen's super speed. And obviously during Crisis on Infinite Earth, Barry's death obviously died through that. On Crisis on Infinite Earth, he appeared to have cheated Malcolm out of his dream of revenge of his brother. Instead, Malcolm focused on the Allen's descendants, traveling through time in a bid to exterminate them. The cold blue flame of his victor's alter ego, Cobalt Blue, ignited a family feud that would go on for millenniums and multiple years. So I think that storyline would be a lot better. Now, I know people are going to go, no, but it's Cicada. I mean, yes, I guess you could say it could be, but it wouldn't be the first time that the CW show, The Flash, has mixed and matched and changed gender-swapped characters. So I really would be disappointed if it turns out to be Cicada, David Hirsch, to be honest. But guys, let me know, would you prefer like Cobalt Blue? I mean, who would you want as the villain for Season 5? Now, I know exactly what everyone's going to say, Cobalt Blue or Godspeed, but Godspeed isn't a villain. It's too early to do Godspeed, although they do have the power to bring Godspeed in because of the Speed Force storms and stuff like that. But it would be interesting because Grant Gustin comments are really interesting for once. I mean, let's just go over what he says again because it's kind of very, very different. It makes your stomach hurt. I mean, Cicada, someone lightning bolt dagger wouldn't make my stomach hurt, but maybe the stomach hurting part is the kind of lightning bolt dagger. He'd have to stab you in the stomach. And the fact that he's excited about this mystery girl character just tells me it's Dawn Allen. So guys, let me know in the comment box down below, what do you think Grant Gustin means by his comments? And do you think it's set in stone that David Hirsch, aka Cicada, it depends if you're American or English and how you say it, but I always get people saying I say things wrong, so it's Cicada or Cicada, one of them. I mean, I say Cicada, but you're probably going to say Cicada. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about his comments. Who do you think the Flash Season 5's villain is going to be? Because just because we have info saying that it's the lightning bolt dagger tease, yes, that is true, but it doesn't mean it's going to be who we think it's going to mean. Even though Todd Helvins said it's a comic book character and comic book fans would know, that doesn't really mean a lot. Because like Todd Helvins said in the past, he's said things like, you'll never guess who Savitar is, yet literally everyone guessed it. He's like, what else did he say? He said he couldn't even explain at Comic-Con how Savitar ever existed. I mean, I think he is a really good EP, but sometimes he likes to mislead the audience. Anyway, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon, guys. Catch you later.